Hello, hello. Welcome back to the Yellow Studio Live. I'm Blume Bauer. I teach artists how to grow their businesses with AI and print on demand. Welcome to Wednesday night. It's the middle of the week. We made it to the middle of the week. I am so happy. I want to welcome all of you. Sorry. I got stuck. I was like, what did I want to say? I want to welcome all of you tonight. If you're here, say hello in the chat. Tonight, we are going to dive into Notion and how to build the dashboard. Or how to build your dashboard. Hi, Delane. Welcome. Of course, you can build it any way you want. And there are, as they like to say, as the phrase says, there are many ways to skin a cat. Which is a horrible phrase because I would never want to skin a cat. No. But there are many ways to set up a Notion dashboard, ways to use your Notion. I mean, there are more ways than I even know how to use it. But after showing it in a recent YouTube Live, some gals asked, Delane was one of them, I think, if I would show how I set mine up. And so I will do that tonight. And then you'll see the pages and parts of it that Claude made for me, which was really cool because, like I said, I'm not like an expert at Notion. I just really like the style. It's very artsy. You can make it very pretty and look nice and still be functional for what you need. And so everybody's going to need something different. And hopefully the way I set mine up will give you some ideas for what to do for yours. Delane said, yay, she's been wanting to know about Notion. Good. And she put a kitty. Uh-oh. The kitty says, uh-oh. Yes, no skinning cats. Why do we have to say that phrase? What's another phrase like it? Lots of ways to do something. So let's check out my Notion board. And as you can see, it's hot here again. It's funny too, because it was cold all day. It rained so hard and it was so dark. It was that kind of rain where it was just, the sky was like black and gloomy. And I kept all the lights on all day because it was so dark. Oh, I forgot to turn my studio light on. That's okay. It just was like one of those dark, gloomy days. And then this afternoon, the sun just went, and it was streaking in through the windows this evening and just heating up my space. And so now it's super warm. So I'm sure it'll be chilly by the time we're done. It'll go right back to the other side of things. But here is my Yellow Studio dashboard. Now, this is the original dashboard I built before I created a Yellow Studio dashboard. This is kind of my main dashboard. It contains all of my to-do lists for all of my different subjects. At the top here, I added a cute little image so that I could just know which dashboard I'm on at each time. So when I did this, I want to see generate, change, reposition. Let's do create a new page, create a new workspace. I want to see if I can show you how to add to Blume's workspace headquarters. So I think you would just do a new page. Let me see, create a new page. No, this is going to just give us a page. Okay, home, Blume's dashboard. how did I add that first header image? I wish I had figured that out before. I figured out the rest of the parts, and now I'm like, how did I do that part? I know that I got instructions from a gal online. I think it was a YouTube video that I watched, but so long ago, I could not find it. So let me see if I do. There's agents, workspace. What if I say empty database, empty page, empty database, build with AI, task tracker. I think I kind of, maybe I did a task tracker. Let's go check it out and see. That is what mine has, but it also has other things. Document Hub, projects. Let's see. You can choose from all these different templates too. And then there's more that you can buy and use. Let's just say empty database. Yes. Okay. So then this is what I did. So I started with a new database, and you can change the name of that. I'm going to just call this test database for our use cases. And then I'm going to go up here. Oh, there we go. And I can add a cover. So I'm just going to, when you hover over this little section, you can add a cover, and then we can say, let's generate an image. It's just going to generate something for us. I thought I would get to prompt it, but I suppose not. But that'll be cute. We'll see what it gives us. Oh, it takes a little bit of time. And then you can add an icon. I added the little lemon. So it adds our lemon. You can add a description. I'm going to say this is the test dashboard for YouTube Live. Okay, they gave us, an interesting image. It could work. Actually, I'm going to call this test dashboard. Now, at first we get a table here, and I want to rename it. And let's call this personal to-dos. And I'm going to just do, okay. I'm just going to do some categories that I think maybe you might use. Of course, you can name them anything you want. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is either, Delane. I think they kind of look like tiles, maybe. Yeah, it's interesting. There was no option to prompt it. I could change it. Oh, you could change it out to any of these images that they have. You can upload something, of course. Link, choose from Unsplash. Let's see if we make it pink. Wow, that's really bright. I love pink though. You can make it different colors. There's outer space. Those are fun. Astronaut. Oh, I always like these. Let's keep that one. I like patterny things. That's pretty. Okay, so now we have the personal to-dos here. On my dashboard, I'll take you over to my dashboard. So over on my dashboard, we've got the name here at the top. So over here, we've got the name here at the top, test dashboard. And then I have some quotes. And so let me show you how I added those quotes. I'm just gonna put some space in there. Well, I'm not sure if that's gonna work, but let's see here. I want to say new. No, not a new page. Why is it not giving me the little plusy things? It's giving me new page. No. I feel like that's because it's not a dashboard. Let's see if this says how I set this up. Okay, new page, dashboard. Blume's workspace headquarters. So I guess if you're in your workspace headquarters, you can create the dashboard. Just trying to see what kind of page this is. Let's duplicate it. And then play with the one that I have. Okay, so then I'm going to change this to that cute pattern. Oh, this one looks pretty too. Oh no, I like that one better. Oh wait, maybe I do like that one better. Or this one. That one. Okay, and then you can change this little icon to whatever you want it to be. Let's say a palm tree. So it goes with our little leafy things here. Okay, and then we'll call this test dashboard. Now, when you get here, you get these little pluses. So I think what you need is a blank to start with a blank page. So let's do that. Oh, but then, okay, we still can add a cover. Okay. I want to get you to the place where you can do this yourself. Okay, so that's what we did. We did a new blank page. We're going to add an icon, our little palm tree. We're going to say test dashboard from blank, new blank page. Now, we notice right away, I'm noticing that this is not as wide as my other page. So I think that's interesting. They have templates down here, all of that. So the nice thing about a blank page like this, and that's what I started with, was just blank, is that you can add the different elements that you want to add. So at first, on the top of my page, I have some quotes. And so what I did is I just said, add a heading. And then I wrote a quote I like. So let's pick one. If I'm shining, everybody gonna shine. It's Lizzo. I love her. It's one of my favorite quotes because I love, like, if I'm doing well, I want everyone else to do well. Even when I'm not doing well, I want everyone else to do well. But, you know, like if I'm doing well, I'm going to bring people up with me. And that's the meaning of that quote. And I just love that. So now what I did to make it kind of stand out as a quote at the top of my page is first I did an emoji. And I did the little light bulb. You don't have to do an emoji there, but that's what I did. Oh, how come it didn't do it? Search light. Hello. It's getting all wonky. It's going all slow. Okay. Can you see what I'm doing now? I don't know. Okay, here we go. Try again. Light bulb. It is not working. Okay, let's do, I don't know, a heart. Oh, there's the light bulb. There we go. Okay, so it puts the light bulb in, and then I just put that light bulb there because that denoted that it was a quote for my own. This is for your own use, you know, so you can do whatever, however you want. So then I selected all of this, and I went to the text color here, and you can choose a color. And so, like, let's say I pick a purple background, and then I'm going to pick the purple text on top of the purple background. And I get this little highlighted box with the quote in it and the author. And I just did that and had a couple of different quotes. So if you know a cute quote, let me know in the chat. Let's see. I'll do you. Oh, wait. If you don't just type, if you right click, oops, not right click. If you press plus, then you choose heading, and then you get that bigger font size and more of a title, bold and everything. You've got this. Me. And then I can put an emoji in there. Let's put maybe a heart. I don't know why it keeps not doing it the first try. A heart. Okay. And then I'm going to highlight this again and go to text color right here. This one I'm going to make blue background with blue text. And so now I've got these two fun quotes at the top of my dashboard that kind of inspire me every time I come here. And now I'm going to go down one. And if you want to put these a little bit closer, I think you can. Oh, no, that's about as close as they get. Okay. So now the next thing I added to my dashboard, I needed to have to-do lists. I needed to have different to-do lists for different topics so that on a day that I'm working on the Yellow Studio, I can go to the Yellow Studio to-do list. On a day I'm working on client work, I can go to my client to-do lists, the different lists for them, you know, whatever list I'm working on. If it's a Sunday and I want to work on some personal stuff off my list, I can go to my personal list. So first I'm going to hit the little plus again, and I'm going to say that I want a to-do list. And, oh wait, not to-do list. Undo. It's not a to-do list. It's a, hang on one second. I think it's a task list or something like that. Let me find it. Okay. Let me find it real quick. Table view, AI image, web bookmark, table page, toggle list. Oh, maybe it was a toggle list? No. To-do list, numbered list. Okay, so if you can't find it, this is one really fun thing for in Notion. So what I'm going to do here is go to Ask Notion, and I'm going to say, can you add, let's say, add a personal to-do list with check marked boxes next to each item, a due date, and what else do I have? Let's see. Priority, due date, completed date, and notes. Priority, due date, completed, priority. Did I spell it right? Priority. Oh, no, it wants to just make me say and. Okay, and completed date. Oh, the sun went away and it's pouring again. Okay, completed date. That's good enough. So now we're going to ask it to make the personal to-do list, creating a database. And it's got our little personal to-do list here. And so you can slide to the right or left, and it gives us the different things. So I can say, wash the car. And then I could say that's due on Sunday. And then I can say go to the bank. I don't know, just putting different like things that you might do personally. And then I can say that'll be on Monday. And you can just keep adding more and more things here. Take the dog for a walk. That's every day. So that's today. And so now you've got this little personal to-do list. It gives you a slider because it didn't all fit on the page, but that's okay. You can also add columns, add a property here. If you were like, oh, you know what? I also need to have notes. So you could say add notes. And then now we have a little notes column there. Save changes. Okay. Okay, and so now we've got that. Oh, weird. And you can click here and say you've completed it. Once you have completed it, and then you can add another one. So you can go down here. Oh, sailing, I think. Okay. Hopefully, if I leave this call, it's because I lost power. That does sometimes happen, but hopefully it will not happen this evening. Okay, so now we can say I need a work to-do list now, right? So I'm going to go here and I'm going to say, but maybe I just want this to be a to-do list and not a, so I'm just going to add a heading and I'm going to say work to-dos. And then you could, schedule social media, write a new blog, and you could just put all of your different things here. Create new graphics, create new campaign marketing strategy, all of those things. So you could add the little to-do list in here. And so you can keep going like this. What else do I have? So I have my different to-do lists, and I have these eventually will collapse also. You can select them all. You can select one at a time and get them off your list. Once you hit completed, it will go to your completed side of your dashboard, and then you can go look at those. But it'll take them off this list by marking them completed here. Sorry, I don't know what that was. So like if I click here and I say it's completed, then, I guess it doesn't do that on here. We didn't set it up with that. I could ask AI to set it up to where those go off the page when they're completed. So we can check it. And then these you can check off and it crosses them out like a regular to-do list as you do them. And then underneath all of my to-do lists, I have we're back on my page, my original dashboard. I have this note to myself about website headers because I often change website headers for clients. And so I need to know what the dimensions are for the header and then what the max dimensions are for other images. And that is just my little note there. I use that note frequently, so I put it on there as like a big quote, like I have the other quotes at the top here. And so then I created this learning section here. But I'm going to show you what I did that's even more cool. And I kind of showed you this, I think, in the quad video. But I started this and I just made a title so we could make, let me go back here. So let's say we want to have like a learning space, and I could say, let's put a heading, and I'm going to say learning. And then I used different cards, I think they are, or different pages. Let me see. What are those? I think they're pages. Let's see. Page. This is the number one best learning. Okay, and then let's say go back to here, and then, oh, it just gave us a page. Okay, so that's not what I want. Let's go back here and delete that. Move to trash. So instead I want a, what was that called? Call out. Quote. Oh, you could add a little quote, like if you wanted it to be, have the little line next to it. You can add a divider, images, audio, video, files, slides, charts, diagrams. There's so much stuff you can add. But what I wanted was, maybe it was a gallery view. Yes. Okay. So I added a gallery view, and then I clicked here, and then each one was like learning from Blume, Bauer, the yellow studio. So that could be like one of the classes that I'm taking, or someone I'm learning from, and then I would put all my notes here. Let's say these are all my notes. You can inside this page, you can add all of those other things too. You could add images, charts, video, audio, code. You could add a web bookmark. You could add a feed view. Like if you wanted to save, let's say someone you follow on social media, you could save their feed for a social media. You could do a map. You could add, I mean, it's just so limitless. But because this is a little like gallery page, now this page just pops up, and then I can click right back to here. And this is that first one. And so then here, let's say I love Rachel Peterson. So I would put Rachel Peterson learnings. And then these are all my notes from Rachel. And then I can just click off of that. You can make a little image at the top so that you can see which one's which. So like, for example, let's say edit, add a property. I think you can add an image. Yeah, here, add a cover. And so then let's say, just make it, yellow for the yellow studio. And then, I thought that was going to add it to my thing there, though. Maybe if I do layout. No, I like that. Edit. I thought it would change the little image here. Maybe if I put an image here. Oops. I'm going to go to image. Just go to photo and splash. I'm just going to pick an image. She happens to be wearing yellow. Okay, yeah, that's how you get the image there. So if you put an image at the top of your document, it'll have an image here, and then you can know like, oh, that's the one that is for Blume, and then this one's the one that's for Rachel. I'm going to add an image at the top here too. Do the plus sign, add an image. I'm just going to unsplash and picking something. We'll pick this cute galaxy thing. And so now we have images denoting where we're at. And then we can add a new page, a new page, a new page, a new page, a new page from all the different learnings we're doing. So let me see what questions we've got. Okay. Delane says, can you put links in it like URL to YouTube video you like? Yes, absolutely. Does it compare to Google Drive? So the difference with Google Drive is that you could create, I guess, a Google Doc and then add the different things to a Google Doc, but it doesn't feel like a multifunctional dashboard, right? So in Google Docs, you have Google Docs, you have Google Slides, you have Google spreadsheets, but you can't have all of those things on one dashboard page. And so that's what's kind of interesting about this, is that you can have this all on one thing. But I suggest, use whatever is the most comfortable for you and the most easy to use, because you want something that you're going to use, that you're going to open every day and use. And if you don't open it every day and use it, then it's kind of a waste of time to sit and set it up, right? So what I love about Notion, though, the other thing I love about Notion is that while Claude can connect to my Google Drive, it can only search for files. It can't create anything in Google Drive. It can create a document for me, and then I can copy paste that into my Google Drive docs or whatever, put it where I want it. But it can't actually insert information into my Google Drive for me and make it all come together. So when I connected my Notion, that's when I noticed that Claude could not only connect to my Notion, see what's in there, but also add to it for me. And that's what I'm going to show you also in a minute. But let me show you. So let's say I wanted to add some links now, or even in here, like in the learning, you could say, here's a YouTube link to, I think you can even just type it, but I could add a video, but you can just copy paste the link in here, youtube.com/Bauer/streams. Now it's automatically a link, and then I can click, it takes me to the link that I just put in. So you can add a link like that. You could actually add the actual video. I could say, let's say I wanted tonight's video. I could go here and say video, and I could upload one, or I could link to one. And then let me go grab one real quick. The link to one of my videos. Actually, can I grab the link for tonight's video? Share, copy. So I'm going to put that in, embed video, and there you go. So you can embed the actual video into the document, and it's not taking up a bunch of space because it's really just a link to where the file is being stored, but you can view it right inside of this document. Isn't that wild? And it's already working because I'm live right now, and it's just going. It's just wild. That was very meta. So, the other cool, so another thing you could add is, let's say, I wanted to have, so this was like my learning section, but then I wanted to have a section for my YouTube. So I did another header, and I said YouTube, and then I did another gallery because I like that format. But there's so many views. But let's say this is my YouTube ideas. And then I'm going to just add an image here. Image, unsplash. Just add a cute image there. And then I could go down here and say, I want a list that's a to-do list because I want to be able to check off the ones I've used. So I could say, make a video about squirrels, make a video about rainbows, make a video about gardening. You know, I could put, and then I don't even have to write make a video, you know, then I could put clowns, umbrellas, like whatever things I wanted to talk about. And then as I did them, I could check them off here and know which ones I've done. And when I click out of here, I can see this is my YouTube ideas because it has that. And I can add more pages for that. And then I created a couple of other galleries like that where I have similar content but batched together. And oh, good. Delane says, I'm loving the way Notion works. Yeah, it's really, I like how it kind of feels like freeform and you can have everything together in this one place that can be many different styles of content. So I'm going to go here, and then I wanted to have a list of like how-tos and resources. So I did heading and I said how-tos. And then I did, I linked, what did I link that to? Oh, I created a page, I think. Yeah. So then I just created a page. Let's go here, and I created a page, and this was like how to dig a hole. Hubby was digging today, so that's why it's on my mind. Okay, get a shovel, go outside, wear gloves, start digging. So maybe these are my instructions how to dig a hole. And then I go back to my dashboard, and I've got this little down here now I've got this little document how to dig a hole. And so really what I would use that for is every time I have something that I don't do often enough to remember how to do it. For example, I saved a little document on how to use Bridge, the Adobe Bridge, because I only set it, I use it all the time, but I only set it up each time like once every 3 to 6 months, or maybe even a year. Anytime I need a new bridge function, I need to remember how to set them up, but I don't ever remember how to set them up because it's so long between when I set it up the first time and when I did it again. And so that's what I would have added here is a page and then my instructions on how to set up a new bridge. In fact, I'll show you. Oh, am I still sharing? I'm not sharing. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. How am I not? Okay. I'm sorry. Gosh, all that time. Okay, so this is where I created another gallery for the YouTube, the how-tos, how to dig a hole. There's my list. And then I go back to the dashboard, and then here I am, right? And so on mine, I have this how to use Bridge to bulk resize images. And then I have the step-by-step guide that I got from, I think, when I first asked how to do it. And so I saved it because I was like, where can I put this that I can access it again really easily? Is somewhere that I go to every day. And so this, like the perfect place is to put it on my dashboard. So back to our little test dashboard. You can add just anything you want. The page is so freeform, loosey-goosey, do it however you want. And then, like I said, you can ask AI if you're like, I don't know how to, let's say I go here and I press the plus, I give that a little space, I press the plus. What could I want? Let's say I want, let's say I want a spreadsheet for my finances, but I see that they have a table, which I'm not sure that's what I want. They have slides and a chart and diagrams. They have a board. They have all these different things, but I'm not seeing there's a database, linked view, table of contents, breadcrumbs. There's all these things, but I'm not seeing anything for and then you can connect your Google, like put previews of your Google Drive, Google Maps. There's so many things you can add in here that I have not done yet. But let's say I want that spreadsheet. So create a spreadsheet for my finances, for my business. Include item, category, amount in or out. I'm going to say actually amount received or spent. Notes, date. What else do I need? Actually, I'm going to put the date at the beginning. Date, because I think it does it in the order you asked for it. Notes, and that's probably fine. At the bottom of the spreadsheet, each column should automatically add up with a function of the sum of all of the rows. Okay, so I'm going to see if that can do it. Hopefully that's a good enough description. Let's see. Okay, so it made us business finances. Okay, all set. Added a new inline thing for your automatic open database. Okay, so let's put that down there. And now we see we have the item, the date, a category, the amount, notes, and we can add more columns if we need to. And there you go. So that wasn't in the list of things that we needed for our dashboard, but now we've got this in our dashboard and we could add a new thing. Claude subscription date for April. Oh, we just click that and it gives us the date. I don't know. Okay. Category. Oh, and it gave us some categories. Let's say this is an expense and then the amount is 20. And actually, I wonder if I should say minus 20. So we know it's an expense. And then notes, monthly subscription to Claude AI through Anthropic, something like that. Or maybe this says Anthropic and then that says Claude, whatever notes you need to have. And then we could have Halo subscription, all the different things. We click here, put the date, click here, say expense, the amount. I don't remember how much it is a year. $1,200 a year-ish. And then notes, annual subscription So then I know that's the annual. So that's the sort of thing that you can have the AI write for you. It's really cool. What else do I have on mine? I think that's it pretty much. So now these are all the things that I added. So I have this dashboard and I can work on it. And let's see, I wonder if I can make it wider. That's the only thing I was curious about. Turn into a page, add to favorites. Oh, another cool thing you can do up here at the top, let's say, let me go here. Once you have a lot of things on your page, you can go in here and you can say, give me let me find it, a table of contents. And then it will, I don't know if that'll be yeah, I think I want breadcrumb. No, this is the breadcrumb up here. Tabs. Ooh, tabs is new. G-tab, clicker. Ooh, this is neat. I haven't used tabs yet. I was looking for, I think there's a way to put, I think there's a way to put like where you can have buttons basically at the top that take you to your things. But now I'm not seeing it. Maybe it was the table of contents. Yes. Okay. So it is table of contents. So now it's showing us the table of contents, but it does show you each thing on your page. So first I've got those 2 quotes, but then I could click on work to dos and it's going to drop me down to there. Or I could click on learning and it's going to take me down to here. And so as this page gets fuller and fuller of content, it's nice to have these at the top to just get down to where you're trying to look for the item. So it didn't add our business finances or our personal to-do list. That's interesting. So I guess I would probably add a header here so that I have personal to-do list. There we go. And now it's adding it into there. And then I would do that down here too. Add a header and write business finances. And now that's going to be up here at the top and I can click and go straight down to the bottom to what I want to work on. So this is how it's different than Google Drive, Google Docs, in that each of these things would be a different Google Doc, right? And then, or a different Google folder with multiple Google Docs and spreadsheets and etc. inside of them. This is very visual. I love it because it's like kind of artsy. You get to have something pretty at the top. You get to have a little icon if you want. You don't have to. You get to put as much as you want on this dashboard as you need and just have more and more and more content and lists and things. Now, here's the other really cool thing that we can do. Oh, let's see what Delane had put in there first. She said, I would love to have a way to have a table of contents in Drive. ChatGPT tells me I can't get AI to make one, and I would have to create it on my own. Yes, I can see the folders, but I would love to. Oh, and you ran out of space. Love to see a table of contents. Yeah. Know what I'm putting in each without having to open each one. Yes, exactly. And that is something that this does for you, is it can give you a table of contents of what's in each of your sections. Or like you can have, if you do this gallery view, you can see at a glance what's in there for each one. It is, I agree. That would be really cool in Google Drive, and that does not exist. But you could ask the AI in Notion to create that for you. You know, And then this new tab thing, I'm not sure how that works yet, but I'll be definitely checking it out. That's very cool. And you can add more. I mean, there's so much more you can add. I could add a video straight to this page. If there was like, let's say there's a motivational video I want to watch every single day and like have it on my dashboard, that'd be a fun thing to add here. She said, I would love to know what I've put in each one without having to open each one. Absolutely. Me too. I think that would be so much nicer. And that's what I love about this is that it kind of leaves breadcrumbs. So let's say I'm going to call this, I'm going to treat it like it's a Google folder and it's going to be my blogs. Okay. And then I'm going to say plus, and I'm going to say a new page. Now in Google Drive, this is what I would do, right? I would create a new page and I would write the blog test 1. Here is my blog and all of my words. I would put maybe a photo in here, right? Our blog is going to have a photo. So we'll go to a photo. Oh, they just have some kind of who knows what. Let's see. Flowers. Oops. So I can put some flowers in, and then there's my first blog. And so when I go back to my dashboard, now in here, it's in my my, what was this called? I already forgot. It's in our, table of contents. Okay. So it's in our table of contents. And then we go down to blogs. And now my blogs are going to be here. And I can see every single one of them listed out on the page. So I don't have to open the folder. It's here. I could also make this a drop down list, I think. Let's see. Can I make, so that takes me back to the blog. Go back to the blogs. Where's the toggled list? And then I'm going to add the blog to the toggle list. I'm going to change the name of the toggle. I'm going to call it April blogs. Now it's even more tidy because now I've called this April blogs. I click the little drop down and it gives me blog test 1, and then it would be blog. So I would just say, add another page, blog test 2, add my image for my blog, image. This one's going to be, oh yeah, the headphones are cute. Okay, then I'm going to go down here. Music, I love blog. Something like that. And so then I can go back to my dashboard. It's automatically saved. And here they are. I can click and see. When I hover over, it shows me which one it is. Like you can see that top image when I hover over. And then, of course, you would have an actual title here. And then you can tidy it up by closing that. And then once you get, let's say you have, we have another toggle list. And I say May blogs. And then June blogs. Then I can go here and say toggle list. And I want to call this 2026 blogs. Then I can take these and put them all in 2026. Oops. Drag that one in there. And then I've got April, May, June blogs inside 2026. So you can just tidy it as much as you want or untidy it. Delane said, no way. That is wonderful. It's just It's wild. And whatever you can't find, you can ask AI to find, like how to do, or for a template. You can ask AI to build something new that doesn't exist. Um, let's say create a um, what was I thinking of? Create a, what are those, crossword puzzle for me to solve on the dashboard in my free time. Let's see if it'll make us a game. It just does like everything I've asked it to do so far. It's done. It's really fun and cool. Um, I've never asked it to do this many things in a day. I don't know if we run out of credits at some point, but I'm sure you do. Okay, all set. I added a crossword break section to your dashboard page. You can solve it anytime. Okay, your studio's brand colors. Oh. Oh, it's 6 down. Oh, it's kind of hard to tell. Yellow? Does that work? No. I'm not sure this works. uh, okay, well, use this quick brain break, fill the letters in the grid, replace the underscores. Oh, replace the underscores. Okay, so let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. YELLOW. Okay. I don't know how that would work, but you get the idea. It can even make a silly game for you to play on your dashboard. I don't know what LLM it uses. I think it is its own. I think that Notion is its own LLM, but I'm not sure about that, honestly. Um, yeah, Claude can connect to it, but like who's creating this crossword puzzle? Yeah, I think Notion's AI is creating it. Let's see. What LLM does Notion run on? I think they're their own combination. Oh, okay. So it's a combination of high-end LLMs, primarily using models, a mix of models from OpenAI, which is ChatGPT, Anthropic, which is Claude, to power its features. The platform utilizes a RAG retrieval augmented generation system to pull data from your workspace. So yeah, it looks like it's using Chat and Claude, which I didn't know. I thought that was actually it was its own LLM. Yeah, kind of does look that way. So yeah, and then you can just keep adding as much stuff as you need. If we go back to the top, we have now our crossword break, and we can go down there and take a break and work on the crossword puzzle. And you can just keep adding more and more and more things. You could add images in between sections to like break it up a little bit more. Just put an image in there. It's just kind of nice. I wonder what it says if we put that image. Yeah, it doesn't really put anything in there for the image to jump to, but it's kind of nice to have something to break it up and just make it pretty. Yeah. So this is the other thing I wanted to tell you before we go. So because I have it connected to Claude, you'll see over here that I have, where are my favorites? Okay, favorites. So when you have a page that you want to go to often, you want to click this little star at the top that says add to your favorites. That little star will add it to this section here in your favorites. Don't add all your boards there because you only want the things that you need to get to quickly. And so you want to just have them, the basic things. You shouldn't need a whole bunch of dashboards. If you only have one business, then one dashboard should suffice. And then you can have all these different sections and then be able to go to them. But if you have multiple businesses or multiple things you want to keep track of separately in separate dashboards, that's when you'd have multiples. And then you'd want to keep them in your favorites so that you can go to them. So the reason I created some extra dashboards is that I wanted to have my businesses separated out. I have the Yellow Boutique and I have the Yellow Studio. And I wanted those two things to have their own dashboards so that when I'm working on one, I can go to the dashboard when I'm working on another. But then I still also have my main dashboard, which has everything, all the to-dos here clumped together. So Claude created these other dashboards. I did not touch them, create them, nothing. Now I will go in here probably and make them a little prettier by adding some images and things like that. But for now, they just are what they added. So Claude created this dashboard for me for the Yellow Studio. And we've been just adding to it. When I want to add to my Yellow Studio dashboard, I say, Claude, can you please add this to my Yellow Studio dashboard? And it comes there in here and adds it. So it added a press and visibility section, blog content section, video script section, my knowledge vault. That's my favorite. That's the other thing I'm going to show you. My quick links, like how to get to all my different socials and all of that. This is as much for Claude as it is for me, because if Claude needs some information to help finish a task for me, it can come and check the Yellow Studio dashboard for the information. And that's where this is like a team document between me and Claude, so that Claude can access it too. In fact, Claude accesses it more than I do, because instead of me going and looking for where that thing is, I just say, Claude, can you reference the dashboard and tell me what the next blog is we're supposed to write, or whatever it is, whatever I'm asking. So then I've got the Yellow Muse section, my social media, my current focus. I've got a calendar here. I don't really need that, but I don't know how that got added in here actually. Anyway, I think I added this in here when I was playing around the other day. So then we've got all of that. So each of these things clicks off to either, like this particular one has a list of documents. This has a couple of documents, then tells me what those documents are, so I know what they are. This one, oh, this one doesn't actually link Claude. Oh, Claude needs to fix that. She messed up on that video script one. There should be some kind of link here. And then the Yellow Studio Knowledge Vault is where this all started with Claude. So I wanted to take all of the learnings that I learn in all these online classes that I've taken over the last couple of years, and many years. I'm always learning, still will always be learning. I love learning. And I think that it's vital, if you're running a business, to continue to keep learning and moving forward, to be able to move forward in your business and stay ahead with the times and the trends and the tools that are available, all of that stuff. So I wanted to not just have notes. I have all these notes and I have all these PDFs and I have all these slide decks and I have all of this stuff from each of the things I've learned, and they just sit in these folders. And in my mind, I'm like, I'll come back to those someday when I want to use them. And I just never get the chance. And every once in a while I get the chance and I open one up and I get all excited about the learning again. And I go, oh, I'm going to do some of this. And I start doing some of it. And, but it's rare, right? It's rare that we go back and look at our notes, go back and do those things that we wanted to do. So I started this Knowledge Vault with Claude and Claude named it the Knowledge Vault. I thought that was a cute name. I said, yes, let's call it that. So it's the Yellow Studio Knowledge Vault. And when we click on it, Now we have the different sections. So how to use the vault. Claude taught me how to use the vault. It says here are your different categories. There are 6 vaults, how entries are added, and then here are all the vaults here. So now what Claude did is I put in my learnings from a course. I think I put in 2 or 3 courses now. And what I do is each time I say, here's all my notes, here's the PDFs, here's the slide decks, here's everything from that class. And I need you to take all that information, spread it out across my different subjects that I need knowledge for, learning for, that I can use, what I can do something with, and put it into each of the categories. And so it's done that for me. So like if we go to POD, I don't have anything in this category yet because I don't have I haven't uploaded anything in there yet. But I think social media we do. Yeah, okay. So social media, this is the social media content. Here Claude separated out the actionable ideas. So I can go in here and start using these actionable ideas. Here is the distilled learnings by source. So it shows me like, this is what you learned. These are the things that stood out to you that you wanted to keep track of later. And remember, this is for as much for me as it is for Claude, because when I say later, Claude, what was that thing that Rachel said about passive income or about this or about that? Claude can go back and reference this knowledge vault and remind me. And then there's reels and insights. There's and then there will be other information as I upload more stuff. So these are all the things we have. We don't have anything here yet. Like I said, I've only uploaded, I think, like 2 classes in here so far. But what's great about this is that once I go through and add all my learning in, it's going to give me the opportunity to search all my learning, have an actionable list, and YouTube loves to give me thumbs up when I do that. Give me a searchable list, give me an actual task list of things I can actually do to grow my business based on the learnings. And Claude knows my business so well, so it knows which categories I need and want and care about. And if we need to add a category, I might say, Claude, add a category about how to dress for my YouTube lives or something, like dress, what would we call that? Oh, I had it on the tip of my tongue. Styling. So like add a styling or style category. And here are my learnings about how to style myself or something like that. Like you could add other categories to this as you go along. That might just fall under branding and positioning anyway. But as you can see, you start to get these cool documents that are going to be useful once you combine all the learning together. And it's all the stuff that you really need and can glean out of there. So the other thing that Claude made for me was my Yellow Boutique dashboard. And I haven't, like I said, I haven't added a cover yet or any of that, but Claude did add a cute little icon. And we just have a few things in here so far, but it has the Pinterest strategy, the library, content to-dos, and this is all stuff that we've talked about for the Yellow Boutique so far. So Claude created this for me. I did not set this up. I just said, you know what I'd like to have? And then Claude went into Notion and made it for me. And every time I want a new thing, Claude has come into here. And when I wanted to, the press thing was the first thing we added. But then I wanted to have a list of all my published blogs. So I said, Claude, can you go to this link, which was the link to my blog page. And I say, go through all the pages of blogs, write down all the blogs I have, add the links, and put them all in a list so that we know the blogs that have all already been written. And then that way, when Claude is helping me write blogs later, I can have Claude reference the list of blogs I already have to help me find where I can backlink to my other blogs. So, like, this blog can link to this other blog because the topic is mentioned in this blog, but not really fleshed out. And so it can link to the other blog that fleshes that topic out. So it did that for me. And it created this, which is published blog posts. It gave me the title, the category it's in, the date it was published, and a URL. And I can come in here and put notes or add keywords or whatever if I want to. I can make this a little bit bigger, or I can keep it all to where I can see it. I think that's fine. But yeah, so now I have this whole list of all my blogs with all the links. Oh, all the links aren't in here. So I have to ask Claude to go finish doing that too. So you do have to check up on Claude. She is, she's an employee. She doesn't always do everything she's supposed to. But she does a pretty darn good job at what she does do. And look at all those links we do have. So I could ask her to go in and finish getting all these older links. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, this is the more action items. Just everything I've asked Claude to build, Claude has built for me. I have a list of blog title ideas, things that I want to write about. And there's a whole list, and it's been out. Claude put them as priority and which thought reversal they are, what category they go in, all of that kind of stuff, so that I can go and pick one of these and say, okay, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do that one, And then I can go back to my dashboard. Yeah, like I said, looks like she didn't put in my video scripts, so I need to have her fix that. The vault, the quick links, the yellow muse, social media, all the different things. There's all of these docs under my current focus stuff. Yeah, it's just wild. It's just wild what you can do in Notion and just combine together and make work for your business. And Dealing said, don't let her have Good Friday off for being bad. No, she works so hard and she's so good. I think it's okay. And she said, I agree 100% about always learning. Yeah. I mean, it's really good to always be learning. And I think it's what, for me, it's what keeps me excited about life. Moving forward always. Like, I just want to always be learning, even if someday I'm just learning how to do better in my garden or decorate a cake or something, like, I just feel like learning is just such a cool part of life. Okay. So, Delane asked, do you offhand know if I ask Claude to put our chats in there when we are finished with it? Yes. So Claude will. That's, something else you can do at the end of a chat. Now, it won't put it verbatim. It won't put your conversation, Claude's conversation, your text, Claude's text, your text, Claude's text. It doesn't put it in like that, but it does. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. I think it got all dark and rainy out there. It made me yawn. But it does give you enough of the information that you need for the conversation. So let me see if I have one that was recently, I think, was it this one? Yeah. So this was a conversation we had about my studio that I'll be opening soon. It's going to be my little online community where I'm going to help you guys answer questions, I'll be posting tips and tools. It's basically like a Facebook group, but it's on my website. And this was all the different notes of what we talked about. So it didn't instead of saying, here's our conversation back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, it just did it categorized all of our conversation in important sections so that I can go through this and make sense of it. So it's not quite the same as having that back and forth conversation if you copy pasted the whole entire thing. And sometimes I still do that if it's a conversation I definitely want to refer to again. But sometimes something like this is perfect. And Claude will give you at the end of you asking for that, it will say, okay, the Notion page is created. Here's a link to it. And so you can click that link right away and go check it out. And if you're nervous about losing anything, just make sure it has all of the information you wanted on that page. You could also potentially go on that same page and copy paste the whole conversation onto there if you wanted that too. And then, or you could, just use it the way that Claude intends, where you get this cool, like, here's your to-dos that you want a quick reference. Here's some more information we talked about, all of that. Because it was a really long conversation, that particular one. Does that help, Delane? And yeah, so I think that's the gist of what I know about Notion. There's so much more. There's a goals tracker. There's meeting notes. There's Notion Mail, which I haven't used. It's an email. There's the calendar. I do have calendar, and I use the calendar on my desktop so I don't have to access the internet to get to it. Because on Sundays, I like to not get on email or online so much. And so it's nice to be able to check my calendar for the week, but not have to access my work stuff to go see my calendar. Oh, good. Delane said it helped so much. Yay. Delane said, I wish I could see all the times I'm laughing with you. Yes, that would be fun. That is something I need. It'd be cute if you guys had little circle avatars or something where I could see your actual faces. That'd be fun. So yeah, this is what I know about Notion. It does a lot. It does even way more than I'm using it for. But this is how I use it. This is how I set it up. I love it because it's this beautiful way to have all of these wonderful different types of content in the same spot. And I just go here every day and I go, okay, what's next? What's the next thing I need to do? What's the next thing I want to do? And it's all just here and ready to go. I love that. And I think you can even, you can copy the page contents. You can copy the link to it. You can archive it. You can move the pages around. Oh, full width. That's what I tapped on. Okay, let's go to, where was that test dashboard? I wonder if I click on full width. Oh, test dashboard just has everything from my other dashboard. Interesting. That's very interesting. I don't know how that happened. Where was that other? Oh, wow. That's really weird. It copied over all of my stuff from my dashboard to the test dashboard that I created. That's strange. Okay, let me go here and see if I can do add a cover. And then can I make this full width? Oh, nice. Okay. So that's how you make it have a bigger page if you want, is you just click these 3 little dots at the top next to your favorite star and come down here to full width, and you can make it go across the page instead of just being in the center like that. I like that more because I feel like it gives more room for all of the content. It's totally up to you. And then it's responsive. So if I make color squish bigger and it goes all the way across. I like that too for like the images to go across and all of that stuff. Oh, Delane says, one more thing. If I put Notion on my Samsung tablet, will it read what I put in Notion on my laptop? Google Drive does that. Yes, it does. But you do have to make sure you log in with the same login and the same account, just like Google Drive. You have to make sure you are doing the same account. But yes, it does do that. Go from because both are viewed in the browser. So when you go to your Notion and log in, you're going to see the same thing you would see anytime you're on any device. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, isn't that very cool? I love Notion. When I first started using it, I thought, what am I going to do with this thing? And then I saw that gal's video that showed how to kind of set it up. And once I did that and I set up a page, at first I didn't really use it. I kind of left it sitting there for months. And then one day I was like, you know what? I need all of these lists. I had multiple notebooks sitting on my desk for all my different categories of things. And each one was, lists for this, list for that, list for this. And I finally said, I need all these lists in one place, one single spot where I can just quickly review what I need to do for each thing or see which has the most priority, that kind of thing. And that's when I went, oh yeah, I have that Notion board. Maybe I should go try to do that on Notion. And then that's what I did. And I've loved it ever since. I don't have all those lists on my desk anymore. I have a place that I can go every day. It's like my little, Claude called it a command center, which to me that felt like too military, but it is kind of like a command center. It's like, here's where it all happens. And I have it all in one place. So I love that. And I still use Google Drive. I still use it for all kinds of stuff. But the more I use Notion, the less I kind of need to reference my Google Drive. Like my Google Drive is kind of a backup now. And I use Notion for actually working. So I still have things backed up there, but and it's searchable, which is nice. And it now has AI search, and Claude can search for things in it, which is nice. But it's more like, backed up files now. Where has it been all my life? Yes, exactly. Exactly. It's kind of crazy too, because it's not really that new, but it was new to me when I found it. And then it became new again to me when I learned how I wanted to use it. So, well, thank you so much for joining me. And I hope you have a beautiful night. Delane, I hope you keep healing up and feeling better every day. And I'm off tomorrow for a conference, a work meeting, and then a conference for a couple days. I'm going to go live tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time on my phone. Fingers crossed it works. And on Friday at 6:30 p.m. from my phone. So hopefully that works, and I can show you the pretty location I'm in, and we'll just chat about some things since I won't be able to demonstrate anything, but I'm sure there will be lots to chat about on Thursday when I'm about to go into the networking event. And then on Friday, again, we'll have tons to chat about what I learned, what I experienced, and what we can take with us into our businesses that I learned. So I hope you have a wonderful evening. And if all goes well, I will see you tomorrow. I'm so nervous about doing it on my phone because I haven't done it yet. So, but I think it should be okay. I hope. All right. Have a beautiful night. I will see you soon. Mwah! Love y'all. Good night.